Hello, my fellow griefers and trolls. Eric the Plague Doctor 981YT here, and beekos. I'm back with more Elder Scrolls Online. And if you missed the last one, you're probably wondering why I'm whispering. Or should I say whispering? Well, that's because in the last one, we joined the Dark Brotherhood, and this is our initiation. So my friend Anthony had to bail us out and give me some lockpicks. But now we have lockpicks. Certainly be a problem. But yeah.
Seriously, Quintus, I appreciate you providing a safe place for our meeting, but...
Tails in this.
There's no safer place south of Varen's Wall than right here. Vermin notwithstanding.
I don't know, Fortunata. This place seems to suit you.
That's no way to speak to your betters, Count Carlos. Speaking of which, when are you going to finally turn Kvatch over to a proper ruler? Your people deserve so much greater than you.
Lady, please. And it's
The Dark Brotherhood.
Okay, well that was unexpected, but here we are, back where we left off.
I forgot to mention. Primate Artorius sends his regrets, but cathedral business forced him to remain in Kvatch. He indicates that he will support whatever we decide.
I rule Anvil with an iron glove, but you let that glorified priest walk all over Kvatch, Count Carlos.
I govern, while Artorius handles spiritual matters and the cathedral's defenders the Order of the Hour. I to patrol Kvatch until the murderer is apprehended.
Haven't the last few murder victims been suspected members of the Dark Brotherhood? Perhaps if we do nothing, this murderer will solve our problem for us.
I refuse to allow a vigilante to freely stalk the streets of my city. That is why I allowed Artorias to expand the Order of the Hour's authority.
If I didn't know any better, I'd think you and Artorias were building an army. Should I be worried, my dear Count?
I really hate lockpicking. Yes! We're in. We're finally fucking in. God, of course there's another fucking gate.
Count Carolus, can we at least get your assurance that the Order will return to the Cathedral once this threat is resolved?
Primate Artorias gave me his word, and I gave you mine.
And why should I trust either of them, Quintus? What good is their word when I find the Order at Anvil's walls?
That won't happen, Fortunata. We're not as ambitious and ruthless as you.
Despite his holy station, Artorias is a man. He has the same needs and desires as any other.
Lord Quintus, intruders have penetrated the estate. We need to move the three of you immediately.
Don't be alarmed, my friend. Stand for any Commander, sure no one...
Of course. I'm hurt!
Well, so much for stealth. So much for stealth. Ugh. I'm trying to be as stealthy and assassin-like as possible. Damn fools. That's it. Okay. We're also going to be using these hiding spots at some point during the Thieves Guild. That's right, bitch. Walk the fuck away. There we go. Okay, I think we're getting closer to the target. How much closer, though, I'm not sure.
Show yourself, assassin! Or are you another one of those Brotherhood cowards who prefers to strike from the shadows?
There he is. Well, we got that taken care of. Sithis be praised, we fucked them up. Now, depending on what his schedule is, me and Michael might do more Resident Evil and start Jake and Sherry's campaign. Is that her name, Sherry? I think so. But yeah, me and Michael might continue Resident Evil 6 and start Jake and Sherry's campaign. We already have Jake. What is it? We've done Leon's and Chris's campaign. We've finished that. All that's left is Jake and Sherry's, and then Ada's campaign. So stay tuned for that later this afternoon. And it's morning where I live. I'm not sure what time it is for those of you viewers in different time zones. I'm on the mountain time zone because I live in Idaho.
We know that Quintus Jarol is dead. The Brotherhood has eyes everywhere. You have done well. The Covenant is sealed, signed in blood. Welcome to the family, brother.
And that's all I had to do to prove myself?
We have been watching you for a long time. Killing the nobles simply sealed our covenant. Now you need to meet your brothers and sisters. I will send you to a sanctuary, a safe house of sorts, a home, as well as a source of additional contracts.
Where is this sanctuary?
Not far. It's the reason I summoned you to the Gold Coast. There is much work to accomplish here, and you will be a part of that. Your new home lies to the north, hidden beneath Varen's wall. Go there, and attempt to open the Black Door.
The Black Door, you say?
The Black Door will pose a question. What is the flavor of fear? Reply, sublime, my brother. And the sanctuary shall be open to you. Once inside, seek out Astara. She has additional instructions for you.
Oh, I didn't even realize that chick was dead. What the fuck? But yeah, we're now members of the Dark Brotherhood officially. And that makes me happy. I love the Dark Brotherhood. I've already said this a couple of times before, but truthfully, I love the Dark Brotherhood. And honestly, the Sanctuary in ESO and Oblivion, they're my favorite sanctuaries. I don't necessarily like the one in Skyrim. I think it's dumb and dull, boring, decrepit, stuff like that. I get it, it's supposed to be an assassin's hideout, so don't expect too much, but really, in Oblivion and Elder Scrolls Online, the Dark Brotherhood is in their prime. I mean, it's kind of dying in Skyrim, but Bethesda could have at least made an effort with, a little bit more of an effort with it, like they did with ESO. which came after Skyrim, for a year, no, 3 years after Skyrim. And then they made an effort with Oblivion. I don't understand why they couldn't make the sanctuaries look a little bit nicer. But here we are, home sweet home. And honestly, the black door in this game, I love the black door. I love everything about the sanctuary. Sublime, my brother. Get ready for this shit. Okay, so look. This sanctuary is a massive fucking cave system. And here's the scale of it. And the funny thing is, it's like an underground city. Everything you can find in a town, you can find down here. They got traders. They got alchemy stations. They even have their own fucking blacksmith down here.
You must be the new initiate. The speaker sent word that you were on your way. I'm the matron of this sanctuary. Obey me without question, and I'm certain we'll get along just fine.
Of course, matron.
And this is for you, shrouded armor, the uniform of the Dark Brotherhood. You're one of the family now. You might as well look the part. And since you showed such expertise with the Blade of Woe, take this as well. I expect great things, Initiate.
Oh, stop it.
You must be the new initiate. And this is for you. We are all brothers and sisters, children of the Night Mother and our dread father. Even lone assassins need a family. Introduce yourself to the others. They can provide advice and information, even support for your more challenging contracts.
Will I get another contract soon?
Eager, are you? That's good. Then go and talk to Elam Drawls. He handles lesser contracts for the new initiates. Prove yourself to him, and more interesting assignments will follow. Welcome to the family.
I'll go to Elam Drawls.
Explore the sanctuary. Meet the others. At least the ones currently at home. I believe Green Venom Tongue, Kor, Hildegard, Mirabelle, Simbar, and Tannic are available. When you're done, Elam should have a new task for you to accomplish.
How do I advance in the Brotherhood?
A little ambition is good for the soul, but only a little. Complete the contracts assigned to you. It's as simple as that. Every life you send to Sithis pleases the Night Mother and raises your profile. Complete enough jobs, and you'll be rewarded.
what happens as I advance?
We'll trust you with more difficult contracts, assign you more high-profile targets. The awards are greater, and we'll ask you to help with matters of importance to the Brotherhood. But don't get ahead of yourself. Start with Elam's contracts first.
Okay, but what about this thing I heard about a member of the Dark Brotherhood being murdered?
Where did you... Oh, they were discussing that at the Noble's estate, were they? Bastards. It's true. Someone has been killing our brothers and sisters. When the hunters become the hunted, it's like the world has gone askew.
Any idea who the murderer is?
We're investigating the matter. It's not unusual for our pasts to catch up with us, and it's not like we have a shortage of enemies. We'll learn the identity of this killer, and then there will be a reckoning.
Who would dare challenge the Dark Brotherhood?
True. Few have the audacity to openly oppose us, but there are many who would love to see the Brotherhood abolished. This feels different. Stay vigilant. Keep your eyes open and report anything you notice as you execute your duties.
Okay, well, now that we've got that out of the way, tell me more about yourself, Matron.
The past isn't something we talk about here. For most of us, our lives didn't really begin until we were called to serve the Night Mother. And I was called at a very early age.
Okay, have you always been the matron of this sanctuary?
No one joins the Brotherhood and immediately steps into a position of power. That's not how we do things. I had to prove myself, show that I was dedicated to the Night Mother and her tenets. I served for many years before I earned my title.
With that in mind, did you advance through the ranks in this sanctuary?
The sanctuary has always been my home in the Brotherhood, if that's what you're asking. I've seen the Gold Coast change over the years, but that's enough questions about me. I wouldn't want to think you were taking my measure for some reason.
Okay. Well, let's go talk to the others. Alright, let's talk to Green Venom Tongue.
Ah, I heard we had a new initiate on the premises. I was just checking my notes and realized the details concerning you are sorely lacking. We'll need to rectify that before too long.
The matron suggested I introduce myself, brother.
She did. Interesting. I wonder what she's planning this time. Well, I'm certain everything will become clear, eventually. Even you, I suppose.
So, why do they call you Green Venom Tongue?
Aren't you familiar with the cherished Black Marsh custom? Consuming various venomous concoctions to bolster our natural immunity? I drank so much my tongue turned green. Ha! The new initiates fall for that every time.
Anyway, it's nice to meet you.
And you as well, Initiate. I look forward to interviewing you at length when you have some time. For my journals, of course. I keep meticulous records. I'll help you, you'll help me. Isn't that what the Bretons call a win-win?
I'd like to know a bit more about
What
you.
more could you possibly need to know? I am a shadow scale. My life begins
Yes!
and ends with the Dark Brotherhood.
Now, I roleplay my Argonian characters as shadow scales. Well, except for my character that we'll be using in Morrowind, because he, I don't think he will be able to join I think he won't be able to join the Brotherhood. I could be wrong though. I think the only Assassin's Guild you can join in Morrowind is the Morag Tong, which is like the Dark Brotherhood, but legal, more organized, structured, etc., etc., etc. Politics, politics, politics. But anyway, I know what a shadow scale is, but let's be stupid. What's a shadow scale?
I could have sworn I explained this before. Let me check my notes. Well, like other Argonians born under the sign of the Shadow, I was taken upon hatching and trained to be an assassin. That makes me a good killer. A very good killer.
Yes. Do you like living here?
What an intriguing inquiry. Attempting to ascertain if I actually like it here, or something more subtle. Well, like or dislike is meaningless. I serve the matron as I served my former sanctuary, and as I served Black Marsh when called upon.
Yeah, so, for those of you who don't know, shadow scales also, they don't have to stay with the Dark Brotherhood. They can also go and serve as the king of Black Marsh's eyes and ears as spies and assassins and other such things along those lines. But anyway, former sanctuary.
The river carries us where it will, and that's all I prefer to say about that at this time. I was there, now I am here. As are you, Initiate.
But, is there actually something about me in that book?
Perhaps, depending upon what you mean by something and me. Rest assured, whatever musings and observations I record herein are strictly confidential.
Okay. Any advice you want to share with a new recruit?
Now this one I know I've written down. Study the 5 tenets. Learn them. Memorize them. Live them. There's a copy in the sanctuary, someplace. I'd let you look at this one, but I don't let anybody read my journals. That would be inadvisable.
I see. Anything else?
Such a curious mind. Then listen carefully, Initiate. Contracts must be taken seriously. Always obey the matron's instructions to the letter, and don't get yourself killed. Though that probably goes without saying.
Okay. Okay, someone else over here. Hello, Maribel!
So you're the new initiate. You're certainly cuter than the last one.
Oh my gosh. Oh, bitch, you have a thing for lizard people. That's nice. The matron suggested I introduce myself.
And why wouldn't she, darling? I am her favorite after all. As a matter of fact, I'm everyone's favorite. I'm sure you'll agree soon enough. Anyway, it's a pleasure to meet you. May the Night Mother forever hold you in her cold and loving embrace.
Are you always this forward with people?
Forward. Believe me, this is my shy and unimposing side. After all, we wouldn't want to give my beloved Simbar the wrong idea, would we? Find me later, and I'll show you what forward really looks like.
Later, where would you like me to meet you?
Oh, you really are too easy, my darling. I'm just having fun with you. I suppose I get that from my family heritage. The Motiers are rich, powerful, and blessed with good looks, and a wicked sense of humor. Just play along and enjoy.
So you came from a noble family?
Oh, there's nothing noble about my family. But I left that all behind. The wealth, the boredom, the servants waiting on me hand and foot. One day, I strangled my handmaid with a golden chain. And here I am. Life in the Brotherhood suits me.
What should I know about the Dark Brotherhood?
You shouldn't know anything, darling. We're a secret organization, after all. I suppose I can tell you that we serve the Night Mother. Her cold embrace binds us together. Never dishonor her. Our contracts aren't mere tasks. We carry out her will.
I'm still not sure how all this works. My character's a fucking idiot.
Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. These words, as part of a complex ritual, form the Black Sacrament, the means by which those in need pray to the Night Mother.
And we consider that to be a contract?
Our mother hears the prayer and whispers to the listener. The listener sends a speaker to arrange the details and create the contract. Then the speaker selects an assassin to carry out our mother's will. It's more than just a job. It's a calling.
It sounds like the Brotherhood worships the Night Mother. Because they do, even though they technically worship Sithis. Which, the Night Mother is kind of Sithis' wife, so...
This just got much too serious for my taste, darling. Let's talk about something, I don't know, more decadent. Like how I'd be nibbling on your ear if Simbar wasn't here. He's watching, isn't he? Maybe a little nibble is in order,
So there have been other recruits lately?
A few. The speaker sends new initiates to the sanctuary every so often. New blood, you understand. Before you, there was a charming young lad from Glenumbra. Van something, I believe. A shame, really. He was too scrumptious to die so soon.
I heard that a few members had been murdered.
Mind your tongue, Initiate. We're the murderers, not the victims here. But I suppose the circumstances were somewhat... unusual? Someone left Van pinned to the wall of the inn in Kvatch, held up with multiple daggers. When I find the villain...
Sounds like someone's hunting the Brotherhood.
You don't hunt the hunters. The Brotherhood hunts you. Anything else is a crime against the natural order. But... enough of this dark talk. We're just working ourselves into a tizzy. I'd much rather get excited about something more... enticing.
Okay. Hello, Tannic.
So you're the new recruit, huh? No, don't tell me your name. I'll, just call you New Blade. It's easier to remember, and, it's not like I'm gonna know you for very long. Yes, New Blade. That's so much better.
Why don't you think I'll be around for long?
Oh, I didn't mean to offend you. I just believe in full disclosure. We've lost an initiate and a fully trained assassin recently. Mirabelle's in denial, but I know what's happening. Someone's hunting the Brotherhood, and you make a tempting target.
I can take care of myself, thank you very much.
Sure you can. So could Derisa. She still ended up face down in an anvil alley with her throat slit from ear to ear. Whoever murdered her has some impressive skills. I'll give them that. Stay sharp, New Blade. We're not alone in the shadows anymore.
Tell me more about these murders?
Teresa and Van. One was an experienced assassin who knew her business. The other was a raw recruit with hardly any blood on his blade. Kinda like you, New Blade. It could have been coincidence, but I think they were targeted by the same killer.
What makes you think the murders are connected?
Just a feeling, I guess. And the way they were left for all the world to see. Someone was proud of their work and wanted everyone to know it. And it had to be a professional. Teresa was too good to be taken down by an amateur.
Have you shared your suspicions with the matron?
Matron Astara tells us what to think, not the other way around. But yes, we've talked about this. All we can do is stay alert and try to figure out who's behind the murders. Until then, we're just jumping at shadows. Very dangerous shadows.
Anything else you want to tell me about the Brotherhood?
The Dark Brotherhood has been good to me. They taught me to focus my anger, to let the Dread Father work through me. I have a home, an income, and a set of rules to live by. Life makes sense to me here in the Sanctuary.
There are rules?
Oh, New Blade, there are always rules. The trick is to learn what they are before you get your hand caught in the sweet roll box. For us, it's all about the 5 tenets. I'm sure there's a book about them somewhere in the Sanctuary.
Okay. So what's your story?
Oh, it's a long and sordid tale, full of romance and daring-do. Or if you prefer the short version, I was apprenticed to a smith in Sentinel. Loved the trade, hated my master. He liked to hammer more than just metal. When I had enough, I killed him.
And that's how you came to the Brotherhood?
Oh no, that was just the beginning of my story. I was young and stupid back then. I ran, but apparently not far or fast enough. Got to spend some quality time in a Hammerfell dungeon for my actions. 8 years, if I recall correctly.
That sounds terrible.
Well, it wasn't sunshine and camel milk, but I survived. Met some people, learned some lessons. When one of the guards got slumpy, I was ready to act. Simple as that. Of course, my old life was over, but at least I was free.
So how do you wind up in the Brotherhood?
Hey, I had to make a living. I was branded as a killer, so killing was what I did. Worked for the crime boss Bashira for a while. Then I had a visit one night. The speaker scared the piss out of me, but I couldn't refuse his generous offer.
Anything else I should know about the Brotherhood?
The Dark Brotherhood has been good to me. They taught me to...
Okay. I love this sanctuary.
It's all right, little one. Just a new smell. Come on now, Hilda. Don't be shy. Sorry. She can be skittish around strangers.
Hello, Core.
New brother! Welcome, welcome. If there's anything you need, anything at all, you come to me, yes?
The matron suggested I meet the rest of the family.
Of course! It's important to get to know everyone. You're part of the family now. And family helps each other. It's what we do.
Why do you have a werewolf in that cage?
Oh, that's not a werewolf. Well, I guess it is. But it's also little Hildegard. She's really sweet. But you'll need to say hello later. She still doesn't have the hang of controlling her transformations.
Hildegard sounds like she has an interesting story.
Hildegard is like the little sister I never had, but her true family was awful. They drank the blood of werebeasts. It's a dangerous practice, but not entirely unheard of in Nordlands. They even forced their children to participate.
Is that how Hildegard became a werewolf?
We assume so. But as to why she can't control her transformations, that remains a mystery. She lost control one day, and hurt another member of the tribe. They cursed her and she ran away. I found her later. She was confused, alone, nearly mad.
You're lucky she didn't attack you.
I'm a skilled hunter. Taming animals is almost second nature to me. It took time, but she came to trust me. Accepted me as her big brother. Before that happened, though, she nearly tore my face off. See? I still have the scar.
So then, how did two Nords end up in a Brotherhood sanctuary on the Gold Coast?
Well, you know, there are some things we just don't talk about in public. I hope you understand. I will tell you that we love it here. We're part of the best family in the whole world. And we're glad to have you with us. I'm sure Hilda agrees.
Tell me more about yourself, Kor.
I always liked to hunt and fight. I became a soldier, but that turned out to be more about waiting around than actual battle. So I sold my sword as a mercenary, made some enemies, and soon found out that other sellswords were being paid to kill me.
Looks like you survived.
Indeed I did. Kept a low profile in town, spent most of my time in the wilderness. I almost decided to stop running, and then I found little Hilda. She became my reason to go on living.
Hildegard sounds like an interesting person. What's her
Hildegard
story?
is like the little sister I never had, but her true family was awful. They drank the blood.
Okay, well, we already heard the rest of that jazz. But yeah, that guy makes me smile.
The matron only allows me to keep the bare essentials in stock. My cupboards are bare to the bone. Level 50, Jesus. Yeah, there we go. Nice, good fun. So, anyways, beekos, we will talk to him and get a new job in the next one. So until then, this has been Eric the Plague Doctor 981YT, and I'll see all of you later this afternoon with more Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. So until then, bye!